This is like Coach.
Oh, you're so bad.
I'm kidding, guys.
Okay, one private jet travel. Woo, diva. Amy was so good until the nomination and then the princess movie. And she's out of control now.
Completely, 100%. That is correct.
Hi there. Welcome to Movie Phone Unscripted. I'm Patrick Dempsey.
I'm Amy Adams.
Are you sure?
I thought you were going to introduce me. I'm sorry.
And this is my co-star, Amy Adams.
Yes.
And what movie is this?
We're here to talk about Enchanted. Yes. And we're going to ask each other some questions, some of your questions, as well as some of our own. And I think Patrick's going to start.
What am I saying? It's going to pop up here. What's your favorite fairy tale?
I like Cinderella.
You do?
Yeah, I do. She has a good work ethic. I appreciate a hard-working gal.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. And she likes shoes. She's really...
Addicted to shoes.
She's you know, the fairy tale's all about that shoe at the end, so
Good.
I'm a shoe girl.
Good.
What are your secrets to being a real-life Prince Charming?
I don't know. How do you answer that question? That's a tough one.
Honestly.
Okay, thank you. I don't think about that, at all. It's funny how it's come up because of the movie, and I think because of the the whole image at the end where we're dancing and stuff like that, people sort of have that perception of being Prince Charming.
So you think white knickers help?
In the boots. I think riding boots really help me feel like a
boots
prince.
And white knickers, that's a good secret.
That's my secret. I keep it under all my pants now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Just to sort of get you in the mood.
It makes me feel princely.
Oh, good. Good. I have that white dress under here. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. Oh, okay, here it comes. No, it just you're the princess now. What's that like? I mean, how's that feel? Isn't it kind of surreal? And sort of being part of the whole Disney, heritage now. And
it's completely surreal. I don't think while we were shooting this that really sunk in. I mean, I didn't really think about being a Disney princess. I think the first time I even considered it was when your daughter came to set, and I was forevermore the princess.
Right, even today.
Even today.
Can I spend time with the princess?
Exactly. So I think that's the first time I even thought about it. But yeah, it's somewhat surreal. Mm-hmm. Big shoes to fill.
And how do you feel about your doll?
I think the profile is good.
Right.
The profile is very good. It's sort of... my mom called me this morning. She's like, it's just so weird. It's like I dressed you up as a princess for Halloween. Leave it to Mom.
That's good.
Did you ever consider other career pursuits when Hollywood wasn't giving you many roles?
Oh, yeah, I wished I had something to fall back on. I really did. But I'm glad I didn't, because it made me really kind of, not give up on the dream and dealing with all the rejection of auditioning is the worst process going,
Yeah.
What did I do to sort of sustain? I think, I worked on houses and did some remodeling and, and fix them up and then sell them and do things like that. So it gave me something to look at the end of the day where I felt like I'd done something that was worthwhile and justified my existence. So that was... it was very hard, I took every audition, there was 10 years where I auditioned for stuff and wouldn't get anything.
Yeah.
That's very hard.
I know the feeling.
Oh, unscripted.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I've been wanting to ask this for a really long time, Patrick.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm, it's true. I want to know, who do you think is prettier? Me or Jimmy? Now be honest.
Jimmy looks pretty good on screen, right?
I know, it's true.
The cheekbones, the jawline,
I knew
beautiful.
that was going to be the answer.
That's okay. I can't believe you asked that. What's next? Magic script. Are you a true redhead? Your hair is gorgeous. You have beautiful hair.
Thank you. I am a strawberry blonde is my natural color, so I do have red in there, but I definitely have enhanced it in the past.
And what about, you do all the dress up stuff and premieres and that you go to the events. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, it's a lot of work to get.
It's fun.
Yeah? It's like dress up.
It's like dress up. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if I had to do that every day, I would get tired of it, because I do like to be sort of earthy as well, and I can be a bit of a barefoot girl running around. So but it's really fun to sort of step into the role of I always love sort of coming up with a theme for the event, depending on what dress I'm wearing. There's always sort of a character I think of in my head, and that helps me sort of get through the red carpet stuff, because that's be challenging for me.
Sure.
What are the perks to being one of the sexiest men in Hollywood?
It's funny having this question or just being perceived that way. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't feel that way. It's kind of funny.
You don't find yourself sexy?
I wake up in the morning and I go, God, I really am sexy. I can't help it. It just is. It's true. You're right.
But are there perks to being perceived that way?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's nice to have the attention. It's certainly good for the ego. But it's kind of funny. It's all part of, I think, the machinery and the character, and how the writer is writing it. And
you don't think that has anything? Because I think that you bring such a vulnerable masculinity to roles, and that's breathlessly charming to women.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So I wouldn't put all the credit in the hands of the writers.
Okay. No, it's a very nice compliment. Thank you. Yeah, how did growing up in a big family of 6 siblings affect your choices you've made as an adult?
I think it affects it in the sense that I know that I always have a committee there to support me, or challenge me depending on how my behavior is. But I think it's definitely. It's given me a great sense of reality.
And how do they feel about you? I'm going unscripted now.
That's okay.
How do they feel about the success that you've had, and you've been doing this for a while, and the journey that you've been on? I mean,
I think it's sort of surreal for them at times, but I've included them, and I bring them to events and let them see that it's just a job, and I think they're coming around and they really are enjoying it, and I have a lot of love and support from them, and I'm very grateful, and I don't call them enough, and I need to. So I'm saying that now in a public forum, and I apologize for being so self-absorbed while I'm working. Oh, are those shoes meant to not have any laces?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay. That was it. I've just been sitting here wondering.
But everybody's been like, why don't you have any laces?
I like that. Well, they have some really great embroidery around. Sorry, I just wasted
really
my
into shoes,
unscripted on your shoe question.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe I can squeeze another one in before.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me another one real quick.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever done to prepare for a role?
The weirdest thing,
or just the most sort of surreal thing you've done to prepare?
Well, I think
for
it was
a
fun
role?
to sit in on a brain surgery. It was kind of cool. That they let me in the operating room. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's fantastic! And so you saw the brain?
Yeah, it was on a little boy. He was 8 years old, and he had an arachnoid cyst operation. And the doctors were all talking about what they ate for dinner the night before. And I was like, that was really interesting to kind of be in that world and to see how they handle things. That was probably the strangest thing I've ever done.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, listen to this. Would you, now if you needed medical attention.
Depends on what kind of.
Right.
Well,
one's a plastic surgeon, one's a neuro, so what are you going to do? Who would you want to attend to you, McDreamy or McSteamy?
I like McDreamy.
Oh.
I do.
You do?
He's just so much more human.
Uh-huh.
He's more flawed. And I mean that with, and I'm not just saying about the towel scene or anything like that, but.
You're saying about I should work out more. I know. I'm glad.
Well,
I'm glad
it's kind
Eric's
of a no-brainer. You go to a plastic surgeon or a neurosurgeon,
Yeah, it depends.
It depends on what kind of medical attention I'm looking for. From Sarah in Paris, France. Have you always loved fast cars, and do you have any races coming up?
The Baja 1000 is coming up in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
Hopefully get down to do the pre-run, yeah. And then the Daytona 24 Hours is coming up next year, early next year.
Now, are you going to race in those?
Yes.
Nice.
Mazda's been sponsoring me in the RX-8, and Sobe Lifewater's a sponsor too. So we're going to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, my dad used to, on Friday nights, my dad, would come home with a little Matchbox car for me when I was really young. So I think my fascination and love for cars started there. And then my first car was a 1963 356 Porsche convertible that I bought after Can't Buy Me Love. And I've
did
had
you
that
drive it too fast?
Always a little bit. It's fun. I mean, it's fun. I like racing. I really enjoy it, and it kind of gets back to when I was a kid and ski racing and things like that. A lot of the same. I kind of go back to that period of my life, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah. So now you're going to thank me.
Thank you for doing this.
On Movie Phone.
Movie Phone.
Thank you, Movie Phone.
Yeah, thank you, Movie Phone. This has been fun.
And thanks for watching and sending in your questions.
I hope we get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, that would be fun. And make sure and check out Enchanted.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
know. It's
that
like,
is funny. We're usually.
no, it's kind of like you're my new therapist. I appreciate
I
it.
know. I appreciate how it's like. Well, and then when I was 5, I just,